Hey everyone, it's Wally Dellenbach, and a couple of videos ago I made a video something to the effect of retiring the blue and olive badge, and I realized that I told a lot of people that they have an ugly baby, and I'm okay with that. I've done my homework, and I will still make the claim that since 2008 Ludwig has been importing their standard hues, and I'm going to stick by my guns on that one. Now, one of the kind of baffling things to me, well, it's not baffling, is that nobody on Facebook can come to a consensus about where these shells come from. You got Ludwig reps and artist reps telling you, hey, these are made by Ludwig in-house, and the only shell that Ludwig makes in-house is their legacy shell, the 3-ply with the re-rings. So, yeah, anybody else seeing anything different is full of crapola. Alright, so what we have here, oh gosh, another thing too is I made the statement on Facebook about, call Ludwig up and tell him, say, hey, my reissue set, I took it out on a gig and my tom got stolen, I want a replacement, and then find out where they're going to send you to, who's going to replace that. I mean, logically, if Ludwig's making their acrylic shells in-house, they should be able to sell you one, right? Okay, so something to think about. Now, what I'm going to show you here is why I'm so down on the Ludwig reissues, okay? The 16 by 16 floor tom, okay, is, let's zoom in on that. Of course, Ludwig doesn't keep track of their serial numbers anymore, so this really doesn't mean anything. But serial number, hold on a second here, is 314-6360. The badge, of course, is unmolested, untainted. We'll get back here on this other side, take a look at it. Okay, so I've got this Zepp reissue set, and I took it apart. And every drum, 14, 16, 18, 26, has these little fractures in it. Okay, see that fracture? Oh, and that's the lug mount. There's a fracture. That's the, can you see the fracture in there? Right there at the 2 o'clock position. Fracture right there at about 10 o'clock. Okay, let's go over to the, here's a fracture right there. I don't see, you can see that, big fracture. Okay, and they're all around. They're on every drum except the 10 by 14. Now, this is the mount, okay, where the floor tom legs go. It's getting kind of dark, but I don't know if you could see this or not, but on the other side, on the inside diameter of this drum, you'll see little fractures around the circumference of the drilled hole, okay? That is, you'll see a little fracture maybe there coming out of the bottom. Okay, there's a good shot of them. You can see they look like little bubbles. Okay, what's gone wrong? Like I said, this is on the whole set, and this is why I'm so down on the Ludwig reissues. I'm a collector. I have plenty of Ludwig Chicago Vistalite sets. I don't see any of this on the classic stuff. Okay, this is the only set. I sold another reissue set that I had. I didn't take it apart, of course, and look at it this thoroughly. And here's their reinforcement tab, which is, in my opinion, just totally hideous. Look at all the little, the crazing that's going on in there. All right. So, and here's another thing. So let's go 180 degrees from the badge. 180 degrees from the badge. Look at all this chatter and tear out right there. Okay. Just poor manufacturing. That's why I'm so down. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you how easy it is. My videos are all informational, and I'm just trying to educate the viewer. I love Ludwig. I've been playing on Ludwig. I'm an old man now. I've been playing on Ludwig for 43 years, ever since I was a little kid. I grew up in Hammond, Indiana. You could not roll out of bed right next door to Chicago without falling into a set of Ludwigs, or Slingerlands for that matter. So, yeah, I'm very well versed in Ludwig, and so here we go. Let's take a look, see how easy it is to knock some of this off. And I'm going to illustrate to you on the 16 by 16 floor tom, because I'm going to cut this thing up and I'm going to make it a tom. I'm going to go E and pace, okay? I'm going to go broken arrow. So, the Amber Vistalite snare drum, 10 lug, 5 by 14, that used to be a concert tom. 8-lug concert tom with a mini clip on it. And I cut it down to a 5x14 snare. Chicago badge. 3050. It's kind of got a scratch in there. 3050. It looks like 296. Okay. Original grommet. Bearing edges. Stock bearing edges that are polished. Okay. So this is classic Chicago right here. We've got snare beds cut in it here on the back side. The only thing that's a giveaway, no tone control. Alright. Black Vistalite. Now the giveaway on this one, no tone control, and it's a 5.5 by 14. This is a concert tom as well. And you could take this drum apart and it's drilled expertly by me, and you wouldn't be able to tell. There's no fractures on the inside like you see here. This is awful, all the fractures in there. Chicago badge. Black Vistalite was made in 77-78, but the serial number should give that away. 188-9194. Original Chicago badge. Okay, snare beds cut in it, of course, to Ludwig spec. 10-lugger. It's called a Superphonic. All right. So, what I'm going to do with the 16x16 floor tom, just to give you a quick overview. I said I was down on the Ludwig reissues. Bought a set, used of course, and I'm sure they're out of warranty. It doesn't matter anyway. The whole set, with the exception of the 10x14, was all fractured, and I managed picking up another 18-inch floor tom. I'm selling the 10x14, which doesn't have any of these fractures in it, to a guy named Aaron Wilkins out of California. A nice guy. Talked to him on the phone, and he's going to be the recipient of that shell. He needs one, so congratulations to him. I'm going to polish it up for him, polish the bearing edges. He's going to get something nice. My intention with this, as I might have said, I'm going to cut it down to either a 10x16 or 11x16. I've tried to sell these shells, and I can't because of the fractures. So what does this mean? I'm a vintage collector, okay, and you know, I kind of bought into the acrylic reissues, and I take it apart and I see this, and I got to tell you, I'm brokenhearted, and I'm just down on Ludwig reissue shells. Nobody can come to a consensus on where they come from. I've done my homework. I know people in the industry. I've talked to them. I've researched, and I have every reason to believe, to conclude, that these are Chinese imports. So, I'm getting off topic. That's really, I've talked about that in another video, so I'm not going to rehash that. So the intent on this basically is just to kind of show you, the consumer, things to be aware of, how easy it is to mimic, be fraudulent on modifications, and make the consumer think that they're getting something they're absolutely not. So the next time that you see this video, this 16x16 floor tom, I'm going to repurpose it. I can't sell it. I couldn't give this floor tom away. I wouldn't buy it with all the fractures in it. If I did, it'd just be a beater kit to leave out in somebody's garage if I was jamming in their band. I wouldn't really care about it. Okay? Ludwig's got to do better. I'm red, white, and blue Ludwig fanatic. Like I said, I've been playing them for 43 years. And I've not owned another drum set. Big collector. I got 20 plus sets of theirs. And the Ludwig reissue Vistalites are just, they're a letdown. They got to do better, and that's why I think that they should retire the blue and olive badge, because they are polluting the market, and they are devaluing Ludwig Vistalite acrylic brand. So until next time, we'll see this tom again, this floor tom. It'll be cut into a tom. And everybody be cool, take care, bye.